I think I just found one of the new best skate parks in the Midwest. One of my friends told me about this park. It is in Valparaiso, Indiana. It's a place called Flounder and Friends Skate Park. I'll roll some clips of it so you can see it right here. But man, do they have a lot of features. And this is pretty much unlike anything else I've been seeing lately. Right where I'm standing to my right, they have these California style curbs. It's kind of a run of them along the edge of the park, and there's even another one right after it. I think that's really cool. But to get into the street stuff, when you first walk in, they have a 6-stair and a 3-stair with hubbas, and I think the hubbas aren't too tall. I think they're pretty easy for even someone that just wants to learn hubbas or learn how to get on a down hubba. I think it's a pretty good barrier to entry for that. They also have a really unique style ledge in the front that kind of butts up to the mani pad, and I think that's really cool. But to the left of that 6-stair, they have this really nice hip with a good point to it, and then the other one's more of a rounded off style hip, maybe not called a hip, but it's a fun feature of the park that definitely gives you speed as you go into the park. Kind of leads you right over to the transition section if you want. On the opposite side, there's even a section you can just roll right into the transition, which is nice. But if you want to come in from the other side, you can get a lot of speed and kind of wrap it around to go either hit the front or back into the other street section that's in the back. So I'm going to show you that. Along the sides is a really long ledge. It's honestly kind of like a lot of like newer street style ledges, so I think it's good practice for the streets. But it's also just a fun ledge if you're trying to learn ledge tricks. It's not too tall, it's also not too short. It's just that perfect height, slides nice. And then on the side they have a California style mani pad, and then a kind of angled ledge. You can kind of ride up to it if you want, and I think that's cool for just a different style ledge along the side. It's a little bit taller. And then they have a kind of wraparound quarter pipe section in the back, which is nice to kind of, after you hit the ledge, come around and hit the speed and go back up. Because there's 2 hubbas right there, and there's also a down rail. So even as you're coming into that street section, you can hit this down rail or hit any of those hubbas, which those aren't too tall either. It's a pretty big park, and I'm used to a lot of big obstacles at big parks, and that's the one nice thing. Now, the big things they do have at this park would be the 2 giant bowls, and I think if you're a transition skater, this is totally your thing. This is right up your alley. They have these 2 giant bowls. I'm not that smart when it comes to bowl talk, but I have right here is a giant, I don't know how tall, maybe I'd say 8-foot maybe bowl with a little hump in the middle of it to give you speed for when you're transferring the other side. And then I'll roll the video of the other one. But they have another bowl right behind me that has a cool little feature right here. It's almost like a pool feature where you can just kind of grind something that's not the coping. Yeah, that pretty much wraps everything up. This park is relatively new. I haven't seen too many people online talking about it yet. I had a friend tell me about it, which is what landed me here. So it's in Valparaiso. If you live in the Chicago area, it's probably about a little over an hour for you. If you're in the suburbs, it's about an hour and 40-ish. It's for sure worth the mission out here if you live even a couple hours away or 4 hours or whatever. I think this is worth the mission. You could spend a whole entire day here, and honestly, I don't think you'd get bored. There's even like some food places, some markets, places you can go right by it. So highly recommend it if you guys want to stop by Valparaiso, Flounder and Friends Skate Park. And if you enjoyed this quick little skate park review, do let me know. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about it. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. Maybe I'll make more skate park reviews like this over here. And if not, then tell me if you don't like it, but I hope you do. All right, peace.